Here is your long, emotional, fully developed story perfect for a 40-minute YouTube narration, beginning with a strong hook, smooth pacing, and an inspiring ending. I've written it in plain paragraphs, no headings, just a continuous cinematic flow that will keep viewers engaged. Story. The moment the little girl in the wheelchair whispered, "Please don't adopt me, adopt my mom instead," the entire room froze. Even the billionaire, known for never letting emotions touch him, felt something crack open inside his chest. And if you stay with this story till the end, you'll understand exactly why that one sentence changed all their lives forever. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because what you're about to hear will touch your heart. Samuel Hartley, a billionaire who had everything except a family, walked into the small community shelter expecting another routine charity visit. Cameras often followed him, but today he had come without them. It was supposed to be quiet, simple. But life has a way of putting the right people in front of you at the most unexpected moment. That moment arrived when he saw a young girl, frail, in a simple faded dress, her hair tied in a loose ribbon. She sat in a wheelchair with one broken wheel, struggling to move herself forward. She didn't look up, she seemed too used to being overlooked. Her name was Amina. Beside her stood her mother, Zara, a woman in her early 30s with tired eyes but a gentle smile. The kind of smile that held both strength and exhaustion. Life had not been kind to her. She worked 3 jobs, cleaner, tailor, caretaker, just to buy medicines and cover her daughter's routine hospital visits. Her husband had abandoned them long ago, leaving only debt and broken promises behind. Samuel stood frozen watching them. For reasons he couldn't explain, something about the pair pulled him closer. Maybe it was the way the mother tenderly fixed her daughter's scarf, hiding her own shaking hands. Maybe it was the girl's determined little smile, even though pain was clearly written across her face. When Samuel finally approached, Amina looked up with wide, curious eyes. "You're tall," she said simply, and he laughed for the first time in months. "What's your name?" he asked. "Amina," she answered proudly. "It means, safe. My mom says I'm the safest place in her life." Zara lowered her eyes, embarrassed. "I'm sorry, sir, she talks a lot when she's nervous." "No," Samuel said. "I like it." That day turned into an hour-long conversation. Amina showed him her worn-out storybooks, her drawings, and even told him her dream of becoming a doctor. Not to earn money, but so she could fix small kids whose legs didn't want to work. When he asked her what was wrong with her legs, she pointed at them as if she were scolding them. "These two are stubborn," she said. "But I'm more stubborn." Zara couldn't hide her tears. "She has a rare nerve condition. The surgery can help her someday, but it's expensive. Very expensive." Samuel felt something shift. He asked to speak to the shelter director privately, and before he even realized what he was doing, he said the words that would change everything. "I want to adopt Amina." The director stared at him as if he had misheard. Zara overheard it accidentally, and she froze. Amina didn't say anything at first. Her face went blank. Then she lowered her gaze and whispered the sentence that silenced the entire room. "Please, don't adopt me. Adopt my mom instead." Everyone stared at her in disbelief. Samuel knelt down beside her. "Why would I adopt your mom?" he asked softly. Amina swallowed hard. "Because I don't want to leave her alone. She gave up everything for me. I don't want to be saved if she's left behind." Zara covered her mouth, her body shaking. "Amina, don't say that, you deserve a better life." "No," Amina cried. "I deserve you." That moment hit Samuel harder than any business failure, any loss, anything he had lived through. Because he too had been abandoned by parents who only thought of themselves. A child who didn't want love unless her mother was taken care of. That was something he had never seen. He asked them to come with him to his mansion, not permanently, just for dinner. Zara refused at first. She wasn't used to being treated kindly. But Amina insisted, so they went. The mansion was enormous, gleaming with lights, fountains, and vines. But none of it impressed Amina. What impressed her was the library. Books everywhere, walls full of them. She gasped like she had discovered heaven. Zara, meanwhile, looked uncomfortable, her worn sandals echoing across the marble floor. "You're safe here," Samuel told her. For weeks, they kept visiting. Not as guests, but almost like something more. Samuel took personal interest in Amina's treatment, arranging medical evaluations and therapy sessions. He even had her wheelchair repaired and upgraded. He made her laugh every day. But somewhere in the background, he kept noticing Zara, always helping, always worrying about being in the way, always doubting she belonged anywhere near someone like him. One night, as Amina slept after a long therapy session, Samuel found Zara quietly crying in the kitchen. "What's wrong?" he asked. She wiped her tears quickly. "I'm scared. I don't want to lose her. If you adopt her, where will I go? You think I would separate you?" he asked softly. "You're a billionaire," she said with trembling eyes. "People like you don't need people like me." He stepped closer. "Maybe that's exactly what people like me need." She looked at him, confused. He said, "Amina didn't ask for money. She didn't ask for a mansion. She asked for her mother. That means the world to me." Before she could respond, Amina's tiny voice whispered from the hallway. "Can we all stay together, like a family?" That question broke the last wall inside Samuel Hartley. He hugged Amina first, then gently held Zara's hand. "Not just adopt," he said. "I want to give both of you a home." The adoption process began, but not just for Amina. Samuel arranged a legal guardianship that included Zara, ensuring mother and child would never be separated. He hired specialists, therapists, and even personally went with them to every appointment. Amina slowly regained strength. She took her first assisted step 8 months later. Samuel cried that day, something he hadn't done since childhood. And Zara eventually realized she wasn't just welcome. She was loved. She became the emotional center of the mansion, filling it with warmth, scent of food, laughter, and memories. One evening, as they sat by the garden lights, Amina rested her head on Samuel's shoulder and said, "I think, maybe God didn't make my legs work because he wanted me to roll into your life."